Should Tesla increase electric vehicle range in order to match gas-powered cars? March 10, 2022. Buyers are often afraid to switch to electric vehicles because of the range compared to gas cars. But the next few years could change that. For better or worse. According to research from Bell Resources recently reported by Gizmodo, EVs could have similar range already offered by gas vehicles by 2024. As worldwide EV sales jump in nearly every market, including sales tripling in Australia between 2020 and 2021. Many buyers are still holding off due to concerns about vehicle range. As detailed by Bell Resources CEO and founder Mark Avery, the elimination of range anxiety is significant given that Australian cities occupy relatively large geographic areas, a limiting consideration that currently acts as a barrier of mainstream EV adoption. Said Avery, we're also predicting that EVs will reach cost parity in Australia by 2030. This will significantly boost uptake as well as the need for charging infrastructure. He added, while most EVs in Australia top out between 500 and 600 kilometers, petrol vehicles tend to offer anywhere from 650 to 1,875 kilometers per gas tank. Interestingly enough, the study also surfaced weeks before Tesla CEO Elon Musk noted that the automaker could have produced its own 600-mile range vehicle. Still, Musk says they chose not to because of the added weight and decrease in performance as detailed recently by Business Insider. We could have made a 600-mile Model S 12 months ago. But that would have made the product worse, said Musk, responding to a thread about the recently delivered Lucid Air with 520 miles of range. 99.9% of time you'd be carrying unneeded battery mass, which makes acceleration, handling and efficiency worse. Even our 400-plus mile range car is more than almost anyone will use. He added, Tesla's long-range Model 3 variant weighs about 172 pounds more than the RWD edition. And it offers 358 miles of range to the RWD's 272 miles per charge. Tesla's vehicles tend towards the higher range end of the EV spectrum. However, pushing range even higher could add hundreds, if not thousands, of pounds to the vehicle. In addition to decreased efficiency, that added battery weight can also increase the risk of fatalities in the case of accidents. As detailed by a UC Berkeley study published in the Review of Economic Studies. According to the research, being hit by a vehicle that is 1,000 pounds heavier generates a 40–50% increase in fatality risk. And while many drivers with EVs do buy primarily for range, another factor that could make it easier for new buyers to go electric is the coming national EV charging infrastructure and added home and apartment charging support. Still, the drawbacks of a longer-ranged EV haven't stopped some from developing their own solutions, including one Michigan startup that developed 750-mile Tesla Model S battery. For that reason, it's still pretty likely we'll see advanced technologies and new vehicles offering petrol-level ranges in the years to come. Source reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Evanex. My take: I can tell you that range anxiety is a real thing. I would like to see a 500-mile battery with the same weight as the 400-mile one. Tesla tops BMW in luxury car sales. March 10, 2022. Tesla jumped to an early lead in the U.S. luxury car race in 2022 with the most registrations in January in the country. According to data released by Experian, Tesla saw a rise of 49% over January 2021 with 37,162 registrations in January. BMW came in second with 30,563, representing an 8.2% rise in year-over-year registrations. Rounding out the top three was Lexus with 24,843, a 5.5% decrease since last year. Interestingly, Mercedes saw a steep decline and only registered 22,022, a 20% decrease compared to 2021. As per the same dataset from Experian, Tesla dominated January EV registrations. They held 3 of the top 5 spots for the month. Overall in 2021, BWM held onto the title of top U.S. luxury brand. But it was tight. BMW registered 347,453 vehicles in 2021, while Tesla registered 342,412 vehicles. However, many experts believe that 2022 could be a big year for Tesla in the U.S. space. Source reposted and summarized from Scott Nordland at Drive Tesla Canada. My take: it begins. First, Tesla will dominate the luxury car market. Then all the car markets will follow. Tesla Giga Berlin Model Y deliveries will start March 22. March 10, 2022. The wait for the first Tesla Model Y customer vehicles built at Gigafactory Berlin in Germany is almost over, as the EV maker has confirmed the start of deliveries for March 22, 2022. Tesla started sending out invitations for a delivery day event on March 22 at 3 p.m. local time, confirming a report from last week. As you probably know, the automaker has already built hundreds of vehicles at the plant but isn't allowed to sell them to customers. After months of delays, Tesla last week finally received its official building permit following the environmental approval of its assembly plant located on the outskirts of the German capital. That was believed to be the final regulatory step needed for Tesla to officially start manufacturing vehicles at Gigafactory Berlin. However, the approval was tied to about 400 different conditions that the automaker had to abide by. While that sounds like a lot of work, German officials said at the time that they expected Tesla to fulfill all the requirements within the following 2 weeks. That would have put the start of production and deliveries at the end of March. And Tesla has now confirmed that by announcing the delivery day event on March 22. The Berlin plant is essential for Tesla's expansion plans in Europe, as it will allow it to build and distribute cars more efficiently. Currently, Tesla imports Model Y and Model 3 vehicles from China for European countries. But that will likely end once Gigafactory Berlin is fully ramped up. As a result, the Chinese factory will be able to dedicate more production to the local market, leading to significant cuts in shipping costs as well as shorter delivery times. Source reposted and summarized from Dan Mihalescu at Inside E. Versus S. My take: this will allow all the Chinese Teslas to remain in China, increasing sales there. This will also allow for more profit on the European Teslas, as shipping will be much less. Tesla expands free supercharging to all of Poland and Slovakia. March 10, 2022. Tesla has been integral in helping Ukrainians in various ways since Russia invaded the country. As we previously reported, the U.S. electric automaker is offering free supercharging in areas surrounding Ukraine. And it's not only for Tesla owners, but for all EVs. CEO Elon Musk is also assisting with SpaceX's Starlink internet service. While Tesla and Musk's efforts may help some Ukrainians more easily flee the war-torn country, it seems the access to free DC fast charging is actually helping in other ways. Rather than just making sure that a few Tesla owners may be able to charge their cars and exit the country while non-Tesla owners struggle to access and afford gasoline, Tesla's charity is allowing groups of EV owners to help provide transportation and various forms of aid to people in need. That said, Tesla has announced that it is now extending the free supercharger access to all stations in Poland and Slovakia. According to our friends at Tesla RT, Tesla sent out a message to customers in the area. Tesla is temporarily expanding the free supercharging in areas impacted by the recent situation in Ukraine. The company notes that every supercharger in Poland and Slovakia now has free charging. The earlier free supercharging only applied to select locations across Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia. This isn't the first time Tesla has offered free supercharging in a time of disaster. In the US, the company made certain superchargers free when hurricanes were forecasted to hit. In addition, Tesla was able to temporarily unlock additional electric range in some vehicles to help people get as far away from the situation as possible without having to stop to charge. Source reposted and summarized from Stephen Loveday at Inside E. Versus S. My take: another small thing that Tesla is doing to try and help a terrible situation.